Have you ever wondered what makes Singapore one of the world's most admired melting pots of cultures in 2025? Why do millions of tourists leave this tiny island nation fascinated, inspired, and craving to return? Welcome to infoSphere, where today we uncover what tourists appreciate most about Singapore's incredible diversity in 2025. From its multicultural flavors to its peaceful coexistence, vibrant neighborhoods, and world-class inclusivity, Singapore isn't just a city, it's a living story of how multiple cultures, Chinese, Malay, Indian, Eurasian, and others, have woven together to create something truly extraordinary. Let's dive into the heart of this fascinating nation and explore why travelers from all over the world are falling in love with Singapore's diversity. The perfect harmony of cultures. One of the most striking things tourists admire about Singapore is its unmatched cultural harmony. Despite being home to people from all walks of life, Singapore maintains a rare balance between different religions, languages, and lifestyles. Walking through the city feels like traveling across several countries in a single day, from the Chinese temples of Chinatown to the vibrant mosques of Kampong Glam and the colorful Hindu temples of Little India. What fascinates visitors most is how peacefully everyone coexists. Singapore doesn't just tolerate diversity, it celebrates it. Around every corner you'll find a festival or celebration representing a different culture. From Chinese New Year parades to Hari Raya Puasa, Deepavali, and Christmas light-ups, every event is embraced equally. Tourists often describe Singapore as a living museum of unity, where diversity isn't just a slogan but a way of life. In a world divided by differences, Singapore stands as a living example of harmony in action, a place where unity truly shines through diversity. A food paradise like no other. When tourists talk about Singapore, the conversation quickly turns to food, and it's no surprise why. The nation's culinary diversity is legendary. Singapore's hawker centres, recognized by UNESCO, are the perfect example of multiculturalism on a plate. Here, you can enjoy Malay nasi lemak, Indian roti prata, Chinese Hainanese chicken rice, and Peranakan laksa, all in one place and for an affordable price. Food is where tourists experience Singapore's diversity most directly. Every dish tells a story of migration, adaptation, and fusion. Tourists love that they can explore the flavors of multiple cultures without leaving the city. In 2025, more than 4 in 5 visitors say that Singapore's food scene is one of the main reasons they plan to return. It's not just about eating, it's about connecting with the cultural soul of the nation through taste. The shared tables and bustling energy at hawker centres symbolize what Singapore stands for: community, diversity, and delicious harmony. Architectural blend of old and new. Another aspect of diversity that captures tourists' hearts is Singapore's unique architecture, a seamless fusion of old heritage and futuristic design. Where else can you find a colonial-era building next to a sleek glass skyscraper or a traditional shophouse standing beside the futuristic gardens by the bay? Tourists appreciate that Singapore hasn't abandoned its past in pursuit of progress. Instead, it has integrated cultural heritage into modern development. Areas like Chinatown, Kampong Glam, and Little India retain their authenticity while standing proudly in the shadow of the Marina Bay skyline. This visual contrast tells the story of Singapore's evolution from a trading port to a modern global hub, while never losing sight of its multicultural roots. For travelers, this blend offers countless photo opportunities and an emotional connection to the idea that tradition and innovation can beautifully coexist. Multilingual magic everywhere. Language is another part of Singapore's diversity that amazes tourists. Singapore has 4 official languages: English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil. And yet communication feels effortless. English serves as the bridge, while other languages keep cultural identities alive. Visitors often find it fascinating to hear people switch languages mid-sentence or mix them into the famous local slang known as Singlish. This linguistic flexibility represents the spirit of inclusivity. Tourists say that Singapore makes them feel at home because there's always someone who can understand them, no matter where they come from. The linguistic diversity also enhances the travel experience, as tourists get to learn simple local phrases and experience a truly multilingual society that works seamlessly. In 2025, language barriers are almost non-existent in Singapore, a big reason why it remains one of Asia's most tourist-friendly destinations. Festivals that unite everyone. Tourists visiting Singapore in 2025 are mesmerized by how every festival is everyone's festival. The country's multicultural population means that celebrations never stop. Chinese, Indian, Malay and Western holidays all have their place in the calendar. And what's even more impressive is how people of all backgrounds join in to celebrate each other's traditions. Deepavali lights up Little India. Hari Raya fills Geylang Serai with music, and Christmas turns Orchard Road into a dazzling wonderland. Tourists love witnessing how communities celebrate together without tension, a rare sight in today's world. This cultural openness leaves a deep impression on visitors, reminding them that respect and understanding can build bridges across all divides. Singapore's calendar is a year-round celebration of unity, and tourists often describe it as the happiest diversity they've ever experienced. Fashion, art, and creative fusion. In 2025, Singapore's diversity isn't just in its people, it's reflected in its art, design, and fashion. Tourists are drawn to local markets, galleries, and creative festivals where East meets West in fascinating ways. Singapore's creative scene is booming, and it's driven by multicultural collaboration, from contemporary artists inspired by traditional motifs to designers blending Malay batik with modern styles. Singapore's creative diversity tells stories that go beyond borders. Tourists often buy local art and fashion as a way to take a piece of this fusion home. This mix of creativity shows that Singapore's diversity isn't just preserved, it's evolving with each new generation. For visitors, the country's artistic identity is a powerful reminder that when cultures blend, something entirely new and beautiful is born. Inclusive society and safety for all. What truly surprises many tourists is how safe and inclusive Singapore feels for everyone, regardless of race, gender, or religion. The government's strong commitment to equality and anti-discrimination laws ensures that every community has a voice. Tourists, whether solo travelers or families, consistently describe Singapore as one of the safest and most welcoming countries in the world. Even minority communities feel represented and respected. The city's neighborhoods, schools, and workplaces reflect fairness and mutual respect. For travelers from more divided societies, this harmony is both refreshing and inspiring. It's no wonder that more than 9 out of 10 visitors describe Singapore as a model of peaceful coexistence. In 2025, Singapore's inclusivity continues to be its greatest strength, and one of the top reasons tourists fall in love with the country. The global experience in one city. Tourists often say that visiting Singapore feels like visiting the entire world condensed into one small island. You can meet people from dozens of nationalities, taste food from countless cuisines, and experience both Eastern and Western influences in a single day. This global diversity gives Singapore a cosmopolitan vibe, unlike any other Asian destination. Business travelers and backpackers alike appreciate that the city welcomes everyone while maintaining its local character. Tourists often describe Singapore as Asia's world city, where diversity isn't just seen, it's lived daily. This international energy, combined with local warmth, makes Singapore the perfect crossroads for global travelers seeking connection and cultural richness. Education and respect for every culture. Tourists also admire how Singapore's education system promotes respect for diversity from a young age. Schools teach students about different religions, festivals, and traditions, ensuring that future generations grow up with open minds and hearts. This cultural awareness translates into society. You'll see it in how locals interact with tourists, how they respect religious sites, and how naturally they embrace foreigners. Many visitors say that Singapore's youth embody the best of modern Asia, confident, respectful, and globally aware. In 2025, this cultural consciousness continues to impress travelers who realize that diversity in Singapore isn't accidental, it's nurtured through decades of education and shared values. The spirit of unity that inspires the world. At the heart of everything, tourists love about Singapore's diversity is one powerful idea: unity. In a time when many nations are divided by politics and prejudice, Singapore stands as proof that diversity, when embraced with respect and vision, can create strength and beauty. Tourists often leave Singapore inspired, wondering why more countries don't follow its example. The warmth of the people, the mix of traditions and the shared national identity all remind visitors that unity doesn't mean uniformity. It means celebrating what makes each of us different, while standing together as one. This is the magic of Singapore's diversity in 2025, not just coexistence, but connection. So, what do you think? Could the world learn from Singapore's model of harmony and diversity? In 2025, this tiny island continues to prove that size doesn't matter when your heart is big enough to embrace everyone. If you enjoyed this exploration of Singapore's incredible diversity, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to infoSphere for more inspiring stories from around the world. Because here, we don't just discover places, we discover what makes them truly special.